you've been here for a while. Today's video is going to be a suggested video. It is 10 names I love but won't be using. Now I tried to figure out, do I want to do 10 boy names and 10 girl names, because obviously you guys know I don't know the gender, but I figured probably just 10 overall, because even with 5 and 5, like I absolutely love 5 names. Does that make sense? Like I like them a lot, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I love them. So if I try to do 10 of each, it just wouldn't be names that I absolutely really even necessarily really like. I have so many boy names just because that's what I think I'm having. And me and Rob, if you guys followed me with Maverick, we did not name him until literally 30 minutes before we had to leave the hospital. And in New Jersey, you have to sign the birth certificate with its name before you can even leave the hospital. I know some places you can leave the hospital and you don't have to like necessarily pick a name before you leave. But anyways, so we had to pick a name. So we went with Maverick. Rob was like, all right, fine, we'll go with Maverick, but just know I don't love it. And I was like, okay, I can live with that. It's fine. Now, of course, he likes Maverick's name. So I definitely have a ton of boy names. I have more girl names that I really like than boy names, and I think that's because I don't have a girl, so it's very easy for me to like come up with girl names that I do like. I can think of a lot of girl names that I do like, but Rob doesn't like. And then for boy names, I think it's really hard for me even to feel like I'm in love with a name, because the boys' names that I have 2 boys, so those names I loved and I named them those names. So it's like I don't really have any other boy names that I absolutely really love. We do have one name picked out for a girl, one name picked out for a boy for when we go to the hospital and we have the baby. But we are definitely not like guaranteed like, oh, if we have a girl, like this is for 100% her name, or same as a boy, like if we have a boy, this is not like 100% his name. We have to see them first and see if like the name meshes well with the baby, because I feel like some names definitely do not go with how the baby looks. Like some people think like it totally does, like doesn't matter what the baby looks like, but I definitely think like when I had Paxton, the vision of my baby was not what like Paxton looked like. I thought like our baby would have really dark hair, dark eyes, and Paxton had like no hair. And I loved the name Marco. Rob didn't really like that name, but I couldn't even imagine his name being Marco like right now, just because when I think of the name Marco, I think of a kid with like darker features, and Paxton definitely doesn't have darker features. And I could see Maverick being a Marco because he had really dark hair and he has dark eyes. But anyways, enough rambling. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Let me close the blinds. Boy names first, and then we'll do girl names. So for boy names, names I love but won't be using. 5. I don't know. I have like a huge list. Like I didn't even narrow it down to 5. I should have done that before this video. Anyways, okay, so I'm not gonna name a couple names, even though Rob for sure doesn't like them. I mean, he for sure didn't like Maverick either, but I still like went with that in my head, like I want to name a Maverick. So I'm not gonna tell you guys a few names because it could be the name that we name the baby. But anyways, okay, I really like the name Landry. I think Landry's really cute for a boy, and I've only heard of one other little boy named Landry, and it was actually a YouTuber. Like she had her channel was like, she started out I think at the same time I did, and she doesn't do, I don't think, YouTube anymore, but her little boy was Landry, and I love that name. I think it's so cute, but Rob does not like it, so that's one name I do love but won't be using. The next name is I like Silas. Silas is very high up there. I think Silas might be above Landry. I love the name Silas. I liked it for Maverick's name. That was a name that I wanted to name Maverick as well. And I don't even know if I put that in my names I love but won't be using video, because that was like a name I wanted to bring to the hospital. But I cannot be certain for sure. And the only reason that name wouldn't be something that we absolutely picked is because it does not sound great with our last name. So that's the main reason we didn't go with Silas. And also I just had a friend who had a baby boy and they named him Silas, so that checks it off for sure. Name we will not be using, but I do love that name. Next name I really like is Rowan. I think Rowan is so cute, and I think it's like, it's not super uncommon, but it is not like something you hear all the time. And I think it's a really cute name. Rob doesn't like it, and that's just what it is. The next name, so that's 3. Okay, the next name I like for a boy, yeah, I definitely would not be able to do 10. The next name I really like is Easton. I like Easton, I think it's cool. Rob doesn't like it, but it is a boy name that I do really like. I think it's different, but I do know other people. I don't know anyone that their kid's name's Easton, but I have seen it like on Pinterest and stuff. Like, I got all the names I picked out, I basically got from Pinterest. I do really like that name. And the last name for a boy that I don't love it anymore, but it was a boy name that we did love before we had kids, like when we were in high school, like, oh, this is what we're gonna name our boy, was Kyler. It might even be a boy name that I had on another list at some point, but I do really like the name Kyler. It just, I don't know, Kyler for me, I still do really like it. Like if someone's kid was named Kyler, I think it's really cool, but I don't know if I like it so much now with our boys' names now, because I feel like when you're naming a boy, like especially because you already have boys, I feel like because if we're naming a boy and we already have boys, it has to go well together. Like it can't be Paxton, Maverick, and Rob. Like that just does not go. So I think Paxton, Maverick, and Kyler, it just doesn't sound strong enough to me. So those are the 5 boy names that I do love, but we won't be using. And Kyler, I do love that name, but just not with the mix with Paxton and Maverick. Okay, so for girls, girl names, I feel like it's a lot easier because I don't have another daughter, so I don't have like to compare that name to another girl. So one girl name I really, really like, if Rob said for sure we could name our daughter this, I would pick this, is Aspen. I think that's so cute. I love that name. It doesn't sound too girlish and it doesn't sound too boyish. I think it's really, really cute. I would for sure name our daughter that probably if Rob would let me, but he definitely does not like that name. So that is one. Next one is Sawyer. I think Sawyer is really cute for a girl. Rob doesn't like that name. My mom, I know for sure, loves that name. I think Sawyer for a girl is really, really cute, and it's just different and it doesn't sound too girlish, and I think it's adorable. The next name, wow, I do not have a lot of girl names picked out, you guys. It's really... Oh, another boy name I liked, just because I just found it, is Tosh. I think that's cool. Not Josh, but Tosh. I think that's kind of cool. I wouldn't say this is like for sure off the list, but like I literally don't have enough names for you guys. Kenna. I think Kenna is really cool for a girl, and you can call her Kenny, and I don't know. I think I like it. I don't know. I like girl names that are not too girly, and I think Kenna is really cute. And Paxton, Maverick, and Kenna. Like I think that sounds cool. Is that 3? The next name I like for a girl but won't be using because I know a girl with this name is Reagan. I love that name. I think it's adorable. I think it's a really cute name, and I remember this little girl that when I was doing a child study thing, her name was Reagan, and she was like the cutest little girl ever, and she was super, super shy. I loved her, so that I just love that name. The last name that I really like, but I won't be using, is Reese. I think Reese is such a cute name, and Paxton, Maverick, and Reese I think sounds good together. Same with a girl. Like I feel like my kids' names, I feel like everyone does this, they just have to go well together, especially when I'm like yelling at my kids like Paxton, Maverick, Reese, let's go. So I want the girl name to go well as well, and I wanted to, like, I don't know, I'm definitely seeing a trend that I do like more unisex names. For the boys, they're definitely not unisex. I mean, Kyler can for sure be unisex, but like Landry, I guess that could be unisex. For a girl, I also do like Sean, but my brother's name is Sean, and if I only had one brother, I would name it Sean probably. if Rob liked that name, but because I have another brother, I can't name. I can't choose. Like, I can't do that. And my other brother's name is Dean, so daughter's not being called Dees. So those are the 10 names. I think I might even blurt it out more than 10. But those are the names that I love but won't be using. Let me know which name is your favorite. I really just want to tell you guys like the names that I have. I was debating on telling you guys like the names that I have for like if the baby's actually here, but then I don't know. And then I could like have you guys vote on it, but I'm not sure. I probably won't share the name until after it's born. I feel like people will pick a name that I'm like, oh man, but why didn't you pick this one? I really like this one. If that makes sense. So anyways, I asked you guys the other day, took a belly shot and put it up when I was 36 weeks pregnant, and I asked you guys what your guesses were. I did have a decent amount of people say boy, but a majority of them said girl. I still think a boy. If it's a girl, I will be in complete, total shock. And the only reason, one of the main reasons I think it is a boy is because I feel completely pretty much the same. The only difference I feel is my breakouts and acid reflux. I never ever had acid reflux with the boys, and I never had it like when I wasn't pregnant. This pregnancy I definitely had acid reflux, but everything else, like I feel like I look the same, like belly wise, and I feel like I've been sick the same. So I don't know. I think boy. Let me know in the DMs what you guys think. I'm going to try to put the comments on because I saw Cassidy had her comments on and I don't think they were turned off. So I'm going to try to see if you can comment down below. But if you can't, send me a DM over on Instagram. Just DevonRobertsFamily. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm getting it up on time. I feel like I've been pretty consistent the past week and a half. Let's see if I can keep this going. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.